Thanks for joining me today, Chris. Tell me a little bit about Demandbase and what everybody seems to be talking about, ABM, account-based marketing.
Account-based marketing. ABM has been around for years and years. It wasn't necessarily called ABM, but it's really all about focusing your marketing dollars on the accounts your sales team wants to sell to. It's not really any more complicated than that. And Demandbase was started about 9 years ago, and we built out a whole platform around ABM. Really from the ground up. Everything from kind of the whole MarTech stack around personalization, marketing automation, to also include advertising, so you can do account-based advertising, account-based retargeting, and we recently extended into the CRM system. So at the end of the day, what you're doing is pulling together all the activities from out across the web to what's happening on your website and measuring the results in the CRM system, and we're rolling it all up together to get a full view of what's happening with each account.
So if you think about account-based marketing from a marketing automation standpoint, what are some things about marketing automation that change once you layer account-based marketing into that from a technology standpoint?
Yeah. So at the core of what we do, we've built a proprietary identification technology, so we can identify accounts either on your site or across the web. And initially, we built a connector into Eloqua prior to its acquisition, so that was 5 or 6 years ago. And we helped clients reduce the number of questions on a form, so you could increase conversion rates and better the data that was going into the marketing automation system. And that's worked out really well. What was missing is that the marketing automation system has lots of contacts, 50,000 or 100,000, right? Or millions in some cases. And the incoming leads from the forms have all this really clean account data, but 90% of the other contacts still are not joined. And so what we've announced last week in partnership with Oracle on the App Cloud is this ability to automate the append of account, very rich and clean and uniform account data on the entire marketing automation system. And so what that enables then is things like account-based nurturing. So if a company is increasing their activity on your site, you can start nurturing that account. You don't have to wait for the form to be filled out anymore. We've also introduced an account score, which is an index or a number 0 to 100 that really relates to, is it a company we want to sell to? Are they interested in your company by virtue of the fact that they're on your site? Are their interests increasing? And how many people from the company are interested? So it all rolls up to, account scores 90 and higher, really hot, 80 to 90, pretty good. So it'll inform salespeople and marketers on how to better nurture and what actions can be taken.
As a longtime B2B marketer, I know that there's always been this disconnect, misalignment, if you will, between sales and marketing.
Yep.
And so I like that you describe account-based marketing as, let's actually market to the people that sales wants to sell to. So do you see this as something that really helps bring marketing and sales closer together?
Yeah, absolutely. It is all about focusing your marketing dollars on the accounts that are going to potentially buy something, right? And so sales teams love it because you're really changing the paradigm of leads and web traffic and MQLs to sales cycle, close rates, deal size. And so it's really reinventing how marketing is measured. And so if you think about all those volume-based metrics of yesterday, looking forward, it's going to be, hey, how much money did I spend advertising to Cisco? Did they increase their activity on my website? And did it turn into sales activity? And everything becomes measured at the account level versus a volume-based metric. So it is really reshaping how marketing will be measured, and then that translates into how people get paid.
Well, and as you're describing it, it sounds like you're not just shortening the sales cycle, you're actually collapsing the sales funnel, moving further down from the start.
Right. And we all know that 70% of the sales process happens on the site before somebody fills out the form, and a lot of times they don't. Right? And so there's so much more efficiency to be gained in really looking at what are those ideal accounts doing on the site or doing off your site. And one of the things that's really exciting for our customers is the ability to connect the experiences offline in advertising to what's happening on your site, and then measuring the resulting sales activity. None of this is possible without a common data model that extends not only for marketing automation, but into your CMS system, into your CRM system, and into the demand-side platforms for advertising. And it doesn't sound like the sexiest thing, but it is the thing that will make ABMs successful or fail. So the announcement with the App Cloud is critical because the underlying strategy behind that is becoming the account-based system of record across marketing automation.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time,
Yeah,
Chris.
my pleasure.